Mornings with Brian. Moody Radio Cleveland. 103.3 at 6 to 9 a.m.
WCRF Cleveland, WVMS Sandusky, WVML Millersburg, WVMN Newcastle, WVME Meadville, WVMU Ashtabula, and everywhere with the Moody Radio app or at moodyradio.org/Cleveland.
I just wanted to say thank you for being here.
Thousands of pro-life activists will be descending upon Washington, D.C. today for the 2024 March for Life. It's 6 o'clock. I'm Ron Eastwood, Moody Radio News. The annual event has been held since 1974 in response to the United States Supreme Court issuing its controversial 1973 ruling, Roe v. Wade, that declared abortion to be a constitutional right. It'll be the event's second go-round since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. As more snow is about to hit Ohio, the Ohio Department of Transportation is urging drivers to use extra caution while driving, as 8 snowplows have been hit in the last week. ODOT says if the drivers see plows with their flashing lights on, they are working, and they ask that you give them some extra space. And Attorney General Dave Yost is asking a federal court to finalize Ohio's latest opioid settlement payouts. The state is getting nearly $680 million in total payouts coming from CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, and drug makers Teva and Allergan over the next decade plus. I'll be right back with sports and weather.
It's not insurance, and that's a new way of thinking for some families. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a credible way to meet family healthcare costs affordably, biblically, and effectively, whether starting or growing your family. Serving families as a nonprofit healthcare sharing ministry for over 40 years, CHM has offered families the freedom to choose how they would like to meet healthcare costs. Be pleasantly surprised and find answers to your questions at chministries.org/Moody. That's chministries.org/Moody.
In sports, ESPN reports Bill O'Brien will join the Buckeyes as their new offensive coordinator. Here's your Moody Radio Cleveland forecast. A reminder that a winter storm warning remains in effect until 4 a.m. Saturday. For today, snow this morning, then snow showers this afternoon, accumulation of 3 to 5 inches, and our high temperatures in the mid-20s. At last check, we had light snow all across the listening area. 24 degrees in Cleveland, 21 in Akron and Canton, 22 in Youngstown.
It's time for your Moron Moment.
In light of the winter storm warning, let me offer some advice to help you be better prepared. In your car, be sure to have filled up your gas tank, have some water and snacks, have a blanket or two, have a snow brush for your windows. At home, be sure you have gas for your snowblower. Clear a what you call a potty area for your shorter dogs. Have plenty of firewood near the house if you burn it. And check in with your neighbors, especially those elderly and disabled.
And that's your Moron Moment.
And you'll find that on our Facebook and Instagram. It's 6:03 with Moody Radio News. I'm Ron Eastwood.
Mornings with Brian. Moody Radio Cleveland. 103.3 at 6 to 9 a.m.
Mornings with Brian on Moody Radio Cleveland.
Friday. We made it through Snowmageddon 2024, guys. We made it.
So far.
Well, yeah, because it goes till Saturday. But we were all, the weather people, God bless them all, were like, we're all going to die. It's over.
Always are.
We all planned. And then it was like, oh, a little snowy poo outside. Be careful. The roads are slick and stuff, but it's not, we don't have 8 inches yet in most areas. I drove through most areas today on my way in, and we do not have.
And I drove
that
through
much
the
yet.
other most areas.
Yeah, you did. And it's still like just a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Well, this is supposed to continue through like Saturday morning, so we could still very well get dumped on.
It's true. It's true, but not yet. Not yet. I want to tip my cap as we start Follow Up Friday to 3 things today. Are we ready?
Yeah.
First of all, ODOT snowplows. Thanks, guys. I tip my cap. You actually found one that's like live streaming his plowing, right?
I don't think it was like one of the big ones. I think it was like a personal like pickup truck plow, but yeah. A guy in Lorain County was on TikTok live streaming him plowing the street.
I love that. Why not? But really, without those guys, I don't know what we'd do. And gals.
Yep.
Thank you so much. I also tip my cap to the Streetsboro BMV, Bureau of Motor Vehicles. I had an experience unlike any other at the BMV yesterday in a positive sense. Don't worry.
Okay.
I went in because I needed to get some license plates. I go in and they have like a digital sign-in. I was like, aren't we fancy here in Streetsboro?
Nice.
The BMV's got digital stuff. So I put in, I want this, I want that. Here's my name. I didn't even sit down yet, and they called my number.
Wow.
Wow.
Can you believe it? When does that
It is
happen?
fast.
Usually, you got to bring a book and a pillow, and you just buckle up for the rest of your life in there. No, I got through. And finally, I'd like to tip my cap to the skunk nearby the radio
Oh
station.
my gosh.
We didn't
bad.
know you were there. Now we do.
Now.
We do now.
Yeah. And
I
They
went
let
by
us
2. Like there was one that someone must have hit on the highway, and
Oh,
I was like
poor baby.
still clearing it out of my nose, and then I pulled into our parking lot. I'm like, there's another one.
yeah, and this one I think just was like, hey guys, I'm here. I'm just going to leave you a little gift, and I'm just going to go back in the woods.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. It's just
Yeah, I never saw him either. But,
smelled it.
And I started smelling it yesterday.
You did?
Yes.
oh, wow.
So it must have been nearby, like, oh, this is Moody Radio. Is that the sound it makes?
He's probably scared of all the deer around here.
I don't think deer care about skunks, though, do they?
Yeah, but if the skunk cares about the deer, that's where he's going to
That's
stay.
perhaps
We have a very nervous skunk around here.
Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew.
Oui, oui, mon ami. So there you go. That's fun.
Can you still smell it in the studios
Yes.
here?
Not in the studios, but once I got to my office, I was like, still? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it could be one of you guys.
No.
Well, I've been here the longest, so
That's true.
It's Ron.
yeah.
Are you trying to make fun of me because I told you I'm having a deodorant problem?
I didn't want to bring it up.
You just did.
No, you did.
No, you said it could be one of us and then looked at me.
No, but they don't know I looked at you in the live stream. And it's a
What?
box. We're a box next to some.
I'm having a deodorant problem, people.
Let's see if we can solve it. Go ahead.
I've tried probably 4 different types of aluminum-free deodorant.
That's your
Okay.
first problem. You need extra aluminum.
No,
Oh, sorry.
just
Go
listen.
ahead. Go ahead.
And they make my armpits itch. And I get a little
Oh.
rash.
Mm.
I've
Okay.
had the same problem.
Yes, and my sister has a problem too.
That's why I don't do aluminum free anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I like the idea, but my skin is just too sensitive. I don't know what they put in there.
What's the
instead.
opposite? Yeah.
Like I'm like, what is worse for my skin that's in here than aluminum?
Exactly.
That's all I want to know.
So then I said, forget it. Put the toxins in my body. I don't care.
Oh, well,
Crunchy adjacent.
You are crunchy
And-
adjacent. Yes.
So I was like, just get a regular one. So Eddie was going to the store. I said, just get a whatever, regular, whatever. I stink. It's not
Oh,
working.
no.
The aluminum free ones worked. I didn't stink, but they made me itchy. The regular one, I'm stinking.
So you're left with an impossible choice now.
yeah.
Itch
Am I
or
itch
stink?
or stink? I'm going to have to go itch, I think.
I suggested
stink.
just let the armpits be natural, and perhaps that will do something.
Au natural.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Maybe it's the French thing to do since we were talking about French. I don't know. You don't want to do that though, do you?
No.
Yeah, it's a difficult dilemma. Perhaps all of that crunchy time you've spent
Trying to be
removing
aluminum
things,
free.
it's permanently damaged your body. You got to be like Ron and me and get extra toxins. They
Right.
protect you from everything, really.
Yeah. Your meals should be 50% MSG.
Yes, extra. Yeah, lots of salt. You know, we like extra aluminum.
Yeah. And if you can find a bottle of red dye number 5,
Dump
pour
it in.
that all over your dessert.
Oh yeah, I add it to everything. Really,
Mm-hmm.
I get frustrated when it's gone. That was made up. That's not true.
No.
I think people believed it.
No.
And Lauren, I won't think any less of you if I notice an odor when you walk by.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I might avoid you, but I won't. I'll
Just know that I know.
Okay,
I'm not
I don't
unaware.
have to bring it up
She's trying.
Yeah.
because that's. I mean, it's one thing to say to your friend, "Oh, you got something on your face." I mean,
Right.
it's another to
Right.
go,
Hey, you stink.
"Say, Slider, you stink." That's from Top Gun.
Oh,
You don't know,
I didn't.
but it's yeah. You have to really be friends to tell someone they smell.
Yeah. So just know that I know I stink and I'm trying to figure it out, okay? Just might
Okay.
take a couple of rounds.
And
New
pray for
deodorant.
me. I'm in the same room as her. So hashtag pray for Brian. 440-546-2255. It's follow-up Friday today. And we'd love to have you pick the topic. Maybe there's something from this week you want to cover, something new. Text it in if you want. Call it in. Do whatever you need to do. Send in Lauren advice on how to not itch or stink,
Yes.
perhaps. We'll go through the week's topics here as well. First of all, we talked about funny traffic signs that are distracting, but I mean, they're not really, in my opinion.
just funny.
They bring joy to my life.
Right.
But the
then
federal
the
government,
government.
the federal government's here to ruin all our fun. And they told all the states, can't do that anymore, guys. No more fun. Just say, buckle up.
Stay safe.
Boring.
Lights on.
And then later on today, I'll delay as long as possible. Someone insisted I apologize to Daria, and I guess they're right. They're right about something.
I'm waiting.
Well, we got a couple hours here, sister, so.
Here, maybe I can help.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Bam! Bam! You got that in there now?
Yeah, that's a
Thank
new
you,
one.
Ron.
If you want proof I didn't actually say that today, you can go to the live stream. My mouth did not move, and nor am I a ventriloquist. I'm not. Although I tried to be when I was a kid. I had a ventriloquist dummy.
Really?
Yes.
What was his name?
I don't remember. I should remember this. I don't remember that, but it was a cheap one where it's just a string behind his neck. So you couldn't like pull a trigger or something, and it was hard. But, you could talk without moving your lips. See? If you're on the live stream, I'm a ventriloquist. You don't even know who's talking. You don't know.
It's not me.
That was pretty good, Lauren.
Yeah, it was good. There was a little quiver, but that's okay.
So I can tell by the look on your face and the sound of your voice, you're going to say, yeah, that was good. You were just patronizing me. You did not think that was good.
It was fine.
See, that's
I'm not
more accurate.
impressed, but it was fine.
Nothing much impresses you, though. Let's be
That's
honest.
Unremarkable.
I can always rely on Ron, to be honest. So unremarkable. Then there are sleep unders. There's a whole bunch of people these days who will not do sleepovers anymore because now it's more dangerous than the olden days in their minds. I'm not sure that's actually true, but people are worried, and a lot of you had comments on it. And sleep under, by the way, is like people who go, sure, my kid can come over to your house and stay there very late, but they're not going to sleep there.
Right.
Because if I pick them up at 2 a.m., that will protect them from all the bad things, which happen at 2:01 a.m. Oh,
until noon when they usually wake up.
Yeah, the only bad thing about sleepovers in my family is that I get a crabby kid back for at least 24 hours. That's annoying. We have to have a talk. Just because you didn't sleep doesn't mean you can terrorize the whole family. Okay? Thank you. Then we talked about the Stanley Cup obsession. Ron thought it was hockey.
Yes.
It's not hockey. It's the latest trend for kids is not Beanie Babies or hula hoops. It's literally the kind of mug that guys that do construction use.
Well, the same brand. I would be shocked to see a guy jump off his bulldozer with one of those in his
The
hand.
pink ones.
The pink
Yeah,
ones from
especially
Starbucks.
pink.
I don't know, though. If you're out there today working hard and you need a break, get back in your dozer and text us. And text us a picture of your pink Stanley Cup. I'd love to see that. Or be one of the guys. I love this about Northeast Ohio. We only have 2 lanes in most of this state. And so if anyone's doing work on the road at all, you have to have somebody with the stop sign that flips it back and forth. You need to hold your pink Stanley Cup just to impress all the kids driving by.
They'll need a friend to take the picture because they've got one hand on the sign and one hand holding the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, well, sometimes there's a crowd at a construction site, and I'll just leave it there. I don't want to imply you're not working.
No, because it takes a lot of people to do whatever they're doing, laying pipe or running internet cables.
You were about to say something,
I
Daria?
was going to say, once it's cold, they deserve a hot cup of coffee.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
In a Stanley Cup. Just take it from a little girl. They cry anyway if they don't have one. What else did we talk about? How the evangelical church became so political, according to a pastor's son. Lots of you wanted to comment on that. Because some of you, honestly, you like to be political, and that's fine. I love talk radio. I did love political talk radio until it became poison in my life. But you know, Jesus needs to be so big in your life that politics become kind of like, it's interesting. Anyway, what's for dinner? But not everybody feels that way. So maybe you want to call and tell Lauren that she shouldn't feel that way. Because I was just basically being a ventriloquist for Lauren right there.
I don't answer the phones, so. Sorry, Daria. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. That's exactly right, Ron. Leave me alone.
I didn't realize for a minute that he had put that on the thing. You were being a ventriloquist there. Okay. Also, how do you stop your adult children from walking all over you? All over you?
Yeah.
It happens, and there was some good advice on that. I don't know what this one. Pastor becomes urban. Oh, right.
Really?
Yeah, there's a pastor who was like, I'm done with this pastoring thing. I'm going to start a little urban farm. And then people actually came to church that were not Christians.
Mm-hmm.
to his outside church. It was fun. Cash for school. Should we pay underprivileged areas and places with low attendance, graduation rates? Should we pay kids to go to school with incentives? Some of you think it's crazy. Others think it's a good idea. Then there was a Dear Abby about a grandma who doesn't feel welcome during visits because her daughter-in-law doesn't offer her food or anything or drink or to stay.
Mm-hmm.
What should she do with that? We gave advice. 440-546-2255. What do you want to talk about? 440-546-2255.
Walk worthy. The Apostle Paul encouraged us in Ephesians 4 to live lives worthy of the callings we receive from God. And we at Moody Radio Cleveland want to encourage you to attend Walk Worthy 2024. Don't miss speakers Mark Jobe and Nick Gatsky on Saturday, March 2nd at Canton Baptist Temple. To register now, text WALK to 440-546-2255. That's 440-546-2255. Send the word WALK.
Moody Radio is thankful for support from listeners and businesses like Deerfield Ag Services. They help in adaptation of new technologies and techniques of farm and business management. More information about Deerfield Ag and how they can help is at deerfieldagservices.com.
Let's take a moment today to thank God for His Word. Here's John MacArthur.
Father, we thank you for the consistency of Scripture and its power. Thank you that it lives and breathes. It does a mighty work in our souls of encouragement, pouring the truth in. For those who don't know it, that they might know it. For those who know it, that they might even love it more and proclaim it more faithfully. Amen.
Mornings with Brian. Moody Radio Cleveland. 103.3 at 6 to 9 a.m.
622 WCRF, Mornings with Brian. Walkworthy Men's Conference coming up Saturday, March 2nd at Canton Baptist Temple. Text WALK to 440-546-2255. If you missed it yesterday, we made two major announcements. Not only do we have Dr. Mark Jobe speaking, who will be with us later this morning, live, for me to give him a hard time. Maybe you should do that setup, Ron, where I talk about holding his hand on a rooftop somewhere. That makes him super uncomfortable.
I'll have to see if I can find that one again.
Lauren's nervous.
I think I need some context here.
Well, we'll just leave it there.
Why are you holding his hand?
Well, I didn't actually. I offered to. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
Well, you'll hear it later, I hope. And then we also have Dr. Nick Gatsky. But we announced James Ford from Treasured Truth is going to be our third speaker. Chris Brooks can't make it. It's a long story. Don't worry about it. He's fine.
He's healthy and fine.
Yeah. But Treasured Truth is a popular program here at WCRF, so James Ford's amazing. Even if his message were terrible, it would sound great. That guy's got an awesome voice.
Power up.
And then also, our extra feature this year will be we're going to do a live taping of Mornings with Brian. The whole team will get up there. We'll pretend like it's live, and you'll cheer a lot.
Clap for us.
In fact, we'll have someone telling you when to do so.
I love that.
That would be me.
We should have one where you extend it so I can go, please stop. No, it's enough. It's enough. You could stop it. Please.
You'll do that even if they clap for 1 second.
It's true. It's true. So get your tickets today. Text WALK to 440-546-2255. WALK to 440-546-2255. You could also text to that number a topic or call for whatever you want to talk about this follow-up Friday. I was going to say something. Goodness sakes. Here I am on live radio. I don't even know what it is. I'm getting old, Ron. This is getting difficult. I know what it was. It's back now. Senior moment. Sorry.
Not that old.
Yeah, I got it back very quickly. So I'll be gone next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going on vacation. A partner ministry of Moody Radio, which you'll learn more about in the future, is sending a group of morning show hosts from around the country to a place I can't disclose because it would compromise our trip in some sense. And I can't explain more than that. But it's a very long journey there and back. I'll be hanging out with a host, my friend Dawn from Nashville, Shauna from West Michigan, and Tabi from Chattanooga.
Wow.
Yeah.
You and the ladies.
Yeah, well, no surprise.
On special assignment.
And we're going to be, like most of the week next week, if you go, I should pray for Brian because he's on an airplane now. That's next week. If you say that, it's probably true. I don't want to complain, but
it's a quick trip.
Yeah, we're in airplanes longer than we're on the ground there, but it's for a lot of different reasons. We want to be economical and all that. It'll be a difficult journey, and the work we're going to observe there is going to be a little emotional and difficult. So if you think of pray for me, the show will go on. I mean, goodness. I'm getting verklempt here. You've got Lauren over there. She'll be here.
I'll be here.
Whether or not she's itchy or stinky, she'll be here.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Right, one way or another.
Daria will be here. Ron will be here. It'll be a big party. You won't want to miss it.
We're still having guests.
And you might even play a recording of me talking to somebody, right? Just for those who miss me so much, they're crying. They need a reprieve.
We have some pre-recorded interviews you've done with guests.
So listen in for that. All right, 440-546-2255. 440-546-2255. Oh, we've got advice for you.
Yes.
Which I know you're dying to hear on the radio advice for your armpit problem.
Armpits, yeah. Jen said either use baby powder or key lime deodorant. And I think a second text is coming in, but we haven't gotten it yet.
Key lime?
Yeah.
Key
lime deodorant.
Is that a scent or a brand?
I don't know.
I've never
look it up.
Ever seen like citrus scented deodorant.
I like key lime pie.
Me too.
Regular. Yeah, you could just rub that in your pits. But I wonder what it is about the key lime versus the regular lime. Regular limes, no good in the pits. Key limes,
who knows?
Perfectly fine.
Well,
Are you finding it?
Well, there's like key lime scented.
Huh. Well.
Oh, here's one. All natural. Key lime.
You know, Daria,
aluminum free, fragrance free, paraben free. Ooh.
Yep. See, if it's free of everything, how's it going to help anyone? This is a bottle of nothing.
But is this, since it's aluminum free, is it going to... Oh, it's a spray. Oh. drying.
Please
then I have to
don't
go
do that.
keep my arms up like this for a little while it dries.
Don't do that. Gross. Daria made key lime pie once from scratch. Maybe you got some key limes laying around.
Daria, I'm here now. I need pie.
She did. She made it from scratch.
I remember.
Great.
I was like kind of teasing her, like, oh, I bet you didn't squeeze the limes. You're like, yeah, I did.
She's like, yeah, I did.
You did, didn't you?
I don't mess around with baking.
So what's been happening the last month or two? You've been messing around?
I have other stuff going on.
Yeah, exactly.
We started our live stream, okay? All right.
Doesn't mean she can't
Also-
bake in the afternoon.
I've gotten two suggestions for Loom deodorant, so I'll try that.
Boy, leave it to our listening family to rescue Lauren with her
And
armpit
if I have
problem.
itchy pits, it's all of your faults.
She'll try all these and report back next week, I'm sure. It'll be the top story all week.
Product reviews with Lauren.
Now, I do need to, maybe I should just get my apology out of the way.
Yeah, just do it.
I'm waiting.
Please.
I have written down for me here, Brian needs to apologize to Daria. Now, did you write that or did we have
Yeah,
a
I
listening
did.
friend?
No, I wrote that.
Okay.
Someone corrected you, and then I said, you need to apologize to Daria.
So we were talking about how the federal government's cracking down on states who have fun with their digital signs on the road where it'll be like, I don't have the thing in front of me. Do you remember any of them from the... I had them.
Only Rudolph should drive lit. That's my favorite.
Yeah, there you go.
That was good.
And we all laugh, yeah.
And there was one I've seen around lately that instead of blizzard warning, they forgot the B, and it was just lizard warning until Saturday at 4 a.m.
Yes.
Like, watch out for Godzilla.
And see, we're enjoying it. Federal government says no. All you can do is be all kinds of serious. There's snow coming. Be
Yeah.
careful. Buckle your safety belts.
Are you just trying to run the clock right now so you don't have to apologize?
Oh, we're almost out of time. Should we take a
Oh,
break?
Well, that
Oh,
would
no,
give
we-
you a whole segment in order to embellish on your apology.
Okay, so one of them said something about Aunt Clara, and I thought that was the aunt from the Christmas Vacation.
The one that brings the cat.
Yeah, and she can't hear anything. She wraps up the cat.
Mm-hmm.
She eats cat food or something. It's a whole funny thing. And I thought that's what that referred to. Our friend Daria was like, isn't that the aunt from Christmas Story?
That brings the pink bunny suit.
Yeah, and I was like, absolutely not, Daria. You sit down. I wasn't that mean, but I did
essentially.
insist you were wrong, didn't I?
It was more of a passing comment.
Bam! I didn't do that. That was Ron. Well, it turns out Daria was right.
What was that again?
You were right. Mm-hmm.
I think the phrase is, you were right, I was wrong. I apologize.
I apologize. You were. It seems as if you were not wrong on that.
Oh,
That might be the best I'm gonna get. I'll take
No,
it.
you were right, Daria. You're always right, Daria. I'm gonna say it real slow for Ron. Daria, you're always right.
time marker.
I'm usually wrong. You can't use that one. I'm usually wrong, Daria.
You are forgiven.
Just like Jesus forgives everyone, you do too?
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
I tried. That was kind of a joke.
All right, so I'm forgiven. So are you, everyone. Don't forget, that's what Jesus did. Really awkward spiritual turn there. 6:31, time for a quick break. We're going to come back with more Follow-Up Friday. Remember, you pick the topics, or we'll go back and review some of the comments you gave us as well throughout the week. 440-546-2255.
Mornings with Brian.